I'm going to be working on my girlfriend's Mustang GT. It's 2024 S650. It's pretty much brand new. She just got it a couple months ago. And we've got some parts. She's got a lot more parts in the shed, but she's been ordering stuff. And finally have the time to start messing with it now that I've got to a stopping point on my Mustang, which is a whole nother nightmare for another video because it's just throwing all sorts of issues right now. But it drives, so I'm at least happy with that. But today we've got parts that we can get installed. We're going to be doing exhaust. So we have dual muffler delete. This actually came off of my Mustang before I changed it up. And we're going to have to modify some things to get this to fit. Nothing crazy. And then this box is an Xpipe or an Hpipe. I don't know what she bought. She bought one or the other. But her car has single tip. It's a GT. Performance. Not active exhaust. Maybe that's why it's a single tip. But yeah, we're going to try. Supposedly that will fit. We just have to trim out, and that's the hard part. Trimming this nicely somehow. We're going to have to try to come up with a template or something. Good Xpipe. Nice. Alright, so this kit is a cut and clamp style kit. So we're going to be cutting the factory exhaust where the factory resonator goes. We'll be using these supplied clamps to clamp it to the stock exhaust. And then from there, we will have to do some measurements and double check, make sure this does actually line up, because we'll have to cut the axle back portion of the exhaust to clamp these on in place. Should be super simple. We've got, looks like 4 15 millimeters. The slip-on, that's the resonator that we're going to be replacing with the Xpipe. In the back, we have exhaust hanger right there. One on the other side, you can't see because of this tray. And then we have an exhaust hanger right here. So we can just undo these bolts, get everything down. Should be pretty easy. Probably should have picked this thing up a little higher, but I got the stock exhaust off. It looks identical to the S650. Nothing was really changed. I think everything's going to line up. We just have to trim out that revalence piece, which I'm still trying to figure out how to get it perfect. I got to come up with a template or something. We'll come back to that. But now we're going to cut the resonator. We're going to cut off and bolt on the Xpipe, and then we'll continue with the axle back. Xpipe is in. Just cinch down the bolts a little bit just to kind of hold it in place. And I've been racking my brain on how to trim out this rear valence before I cut up the axle back here, and can't go back. So I might have found a solution. I went ahead and taped up the valence and then took a piece of cardboard and trimmed it from the inside to get that shape. So now I'm wondering, I don't think that's going to be enough. It almost needs to, it's going to have to dive back in on itself. Damn, I was hoping that was going to work. But it may give us a corner. Alright, I'm going to have to think about this and come back to you guys. Alright, I did some freehand drawings of trying to make it work, and then I cut out this entire shape and slid it over to where our mark was for how wide the exhaust is. And this looks about like what the factory dual tip shape is on this valence. So we're going to cut less, and if we have to, we'll cut more. Alright, kind of jumping around. I'm going to cut the mufflers off real quick because my angle grinder disc is like dead, and I want to make sure I don't need to run to the store. Alright, so got it done. Should be pretty damn close. I cut where I had more material to cut off just in case. And you can see our, this is a grinding disc, but for size reference, yeah, that disc is done. So, now we're going to cut out the rear valence. I got a good template based off stock and trying to maintain shape. And wish me luck. Alright, this probably isn't the best thing to do this with. I know it's going to create a lot of like melted plastic, but it's all I got. I know it works. So we're going to try to clean up the melted plastic edge after we cut it. But let's hope this works. Alright, that wasn't that bad. I think it went pretty smoothly. I'm going to test fit the exhaust before I take the tape off and try to clean up the edges because we may have to cut more. But let's get the passenger side exhaust on, see how it fits, and hopefully we don't have to trim anything and we just clean it up. Alright, so I'm going to test fit the passenger side exhaust, and just baffled by how this cut and clamp system is supposed to work. I don't know if it's a manufacturer defect or what they're thinking, but you have your standard, I believe this is 2.5 inch, that drops down and slides in to the clamp for the stock headers, right? So I'll show you guys. Slides in, right? And it is it's a fully circular pipe. there's like overlap, but it allows it to completely seal with that design style. Now this is the clamp that they included. And like this slides into the clamp, right? But this side's not flared. Like it's like you can't slip one over the other or anything like that. It's just this clamp that's gonna have a gap. Like, I mean, it closes, but they just used a piece of tape to like, it's like double-sided tape to seal it. Like, tell me like that this clamp isn't gonna leak. Like, all right, tell me how that is not gonna leak. Like, that's definitely gonna leak. Maybe I'm dumb, I don't get it. I definitely feel like it's gonna leak. Alright, so we don't have it on all the way, but you can see it is definitely too tight. It is still hitting, so we're gonna just have to, the shape is good, we just need to bring it out a little bit further because it's touching both sides. And I think once we get it slipped on that joint right there all the way, we'll need a little bit more room. Alright, I spent the last half hour cutting, trimming, test fitting, pulling it on and off 20 times, but I finally got it done. Check that out. We got it pretty damn perfect. Some scuff marks. It's not perfectly smooth right here, but I mean, I am beyond happy with that. Like, now we just have to replicate the driver's side, and hopefully it goes just as smooth, and then we'll be able to drop it on the ground and turn it on for the first time. Alright guys, check it out. It is all done. We do have a slight difference. The left side is a little bit lower. I've played with it. I can't get it any better than this gap, although the trim is pretty good. Like, we're not really touching anywhere. It's close on the sides. But this side, I want it up a little bit higher, but I just couldn't. I mean, I've got two adjustment points here and then there, and I just couldn't get it to come up. So I have it level. You can see that side's a good bit higher. So I think what I'm gonna try to do is torch the hanger and see if I can bend it up, because they have tension on the hangers different from side to side, so it may be my trimming of that pipe, or I don't know. But it's close, it's on, so at least until I can pick up my torch and try to put some pressure on it, maybe that will be able to get it in alignment better. But I want to see how it sounds, make sure it doesn't have any leaks. So we're gonna do the first startup right now. It's pretty good, minus the leak where I thought it was going to be with those stupid clamps. So it's leaking on both of those just ever so slightly. I honestly don't know what to do about that. I'll probably take it to my buddy who welds and have him do like a V-band clamp or a legit clamp that's actually going to not leak. Alright, so it's dark. I went and picked up Kayla, my girlfriend. She hasn't heard the car yet. And yeah, she's gonna start it up right now. Your key's in there. For having a loud car now? Yeah. That sounds good.
That's a little...
What?
I don't know the right word to describe it.
I didn't drive with the windows down. I drove with the windows up.
Yeah.
Sounded really good. Huh?
And the downshifts.
Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds real good. Little bloop. It does have like a good tone just cruising at like that little bit of throttle input you gave it just going past the house. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, sounds good. That sounds real good. Alright, she dropped me off at this building. And she's gonna do a flyby. Nice. Sounds good. Nice. Sounds real good. In what, drag mode?
Yes.
That sounds good.
That feels totally different.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Like when I got on it, I actually backed off because I was like, oh, that's a different level of power. Than
Huh, that's weird.
do it.
Okay.
This?
Yeah. No, you can just film us.
Hold on, seatbelt. Safety first. Or something.
Nothing special.
It says track use only. This definitely. We're fine. It's
Okay.
totally legal.
My Mustang doesn't have any of this fancy stuff.
I know.
It did feel quite a bit faster.
Right?
Yeah, that's
No,
weird.
it just like surges.
Yeah.
Like third gear.
It like let you chirp the tires. Huh. Do you want to drive it home or?
No, you're fine. You
Okay,
can take it out of this mode though.
That's crazy. Drag strip. I feel like it gave you more power for some reason.
Yep. That sounds like you have to drive it in this mode because that was different.
That's weird. Very weird, but cool.
Ford engineering.
Yeah. All right, what do you think of your car? You like how loud it is? Boo. Is it as loud as you wanted it?
It is louder.
Louder,
Probably.
yeah. But happy.
Yeah. If I set car alarms off.
Yeah.
And
We'll have to go
it'll
through a
make
parking
me
garage.
happy. Well, at the gym in the morning,
Oh yeah.
I can try.
I'm sure it will. It's loud.
Yeah.